G'day guys, Jimbo here from Aussie Cable Cycling. Now today, I've got a bit of a story to tell you. This is a good story. This is a story about your spidey senses. You should always pay attention what's going on around you and look, listen and learn. And it's a good play for you young fellas. Always listen to the older blokes and what they've got to say. Even some of the pranks they've got to play on you. Done a few of those. But anyway guys, this is a breakdown job I was doing and I was there to do some electrical work. And yeah, on the way to the job, I was in this big factory and I was looking around and I was going to where I had to go. I was listening to something doesn't sound right around here. There's a bit of a funny noise. Anyway, I went to investigate, and what it was is I found a big motor and a big gearbox. Now the bearing was starting to fail on this thing, and I could hear it in the background because I used to be an audio repair engineer, so I've got pretty good ears. And anyway, going there, listening around, it's like, oh yeah, I can see, yeah, I think it's coming from there. Got the old screwdriver out, and you put it to your ear, put the screwdriver inside of the ear, and you put it on the motor, and you listen around, and you go, yeah, it's definitely a bad bearing in this gearbox here. I was making quite, and you could actually feel the vibration through the ground. It was that bad. So anyway, got on the hauler, Roger Dodger, 1, 2, and got hold of the fitters. And they come out and had a look, and it's like, yeah, you're right. There's a bearing just about to fail in this big gearbox. Anyway, guys, the moral of the story is like the big bearing was just about to fail. I think this is the cage. The legends, the fitters there kept it for me, the cage, because I know I like a bit of brass. And what it was is there was a maintenance period, so a lot of the machinery and all the motors in the backgrounds weren't running, so you could hear a few different things what you don't usually hear with all the background noise. And obviously this bearing was failing, and you could actually feel it through the ground as well as you could hear it. And the engineer come and saw me on site, and he goes, how did you know that was failing, or that you could hear that? And anyway, I come and showed him, and you could hear it. He goes, yeah, you can kind of hear it, yeah. I said, stand here opposite the gearbox and you can feel it through the ground. You know, the vibration, you know, the bearings are clunking and jumping and skipping. Wasn't so much visual, but you could just feel it through the ground. And he says, like, that's crazy. I can't believe you could tell that from there. I mean, Mark, a bit of a legend, good engineer. And but anyway, went through there. But anyway, these bearings were $6,000 each that are failing this thing. So that sounds like a lot of money. But to put it in perspective, this factory, when it's not running, is losing $8,000 an hour. So luckily they're on a maintenance period. They'll shut down for a couple of days for wet weather. And they were able to order the bearings in, get them fitted, get this thing back and running, and didn't really have any lost time. So that's a big thing in a lot of these big places, is lost time, because time is money. And if you're not producing what you need to produce in that factory, you've got all this staff, you know, sitting around. Yeah, so it's a good play for you young fellas. Pay attention to what you're doing. If something doesn't sound right, let someone know. And just let your spidey senses, so they're the little tingling, you know, the hairs in the back of your neck, it's not right, something's in trouble. So pay attention and yeah, look around. But anyway, guys, I got some good brass out of it. Look at these beauties, mate. Fair bit of weight to these. I might put them on the scales later and put a bit of a video up. But yeah, as anyway, lesson learned. Look, listen and learn, and just pay attention to what's going on around you. Okay guys, see you later. See ya.